Welcome to another live stream. Your driver Mike here, coming to you live from San Diego, California. And in this live stream, we're going over a new app in the side hustle in this gig economy that's going to pay you for doing what exactly? Well, the app is called Ship, and you may be familiar with the favorites Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates. Well, Shipped is a new app, at least for me, and we gave it a try yesterday, completing my first ship delivery. So again, I want to welcome you to another live stream. Let me know where you're watching in the live chat or down below in the comments. I want to welcome you here to another live stream. So we're going to talk about what is Shipped in this live stream. We're going to talk about how do you exactly earn money on Ship. We're going to talk about a very unique application process to become what's called a Shipped shopper. We're going to talk about that onboarding, what you get, and how to actually complete a delivery in this live stream. So welcome here, guys. Let's just jump right into it. Number one, talking about what is Shipped? What is this app? Well, guys, if you don't know, this is a delivery app for groceries. You will be a Shipped shopper shopping for a customer's groceries. If it sounds like Instacart, you would be correct. Instacart is a competitor, and let's show you a little bit more of Shipped's branding here. This is their website, shipped, SHIPT.com. You can see we bring the store to your door. That's their slogan. We can see here how it works. On the customer-facing aspect, scroll through the aisles, order fresh produce, meat, and more from your local store using our app or website. Here's where we come into play. Our shoppers work their magic. Connect with your shopper via text to make adjustments and get live updates from the aisles. And lastly, ta-da, your order arrives. Fresh, hand-picked groceries and household essentials arrive in as soon as 1 hour. Pretty cool, guys. And I saw this just kind of word of mouth. I saw this on social media. I wanted to give it a try, and we did just that. We signed up, and I'm just going to go over how do you make money. So how do you make money delivering someone's groceries, right? What's the exact pay here? Well, let's go over how you earn on Shipped. So going back to their website, you can see a Shipped shopper right there with the caption, "Get paid to shop with Shipped. Earn up to $22 per hour or more shopping for Shipped members." Sounds pretty decent. If you guys would like about $22 an hour or more, let me know in the live chat or the comments how that number works for you. Deliver things people love from the stores they trust. Shipped is a membership-based grocery marketplace enabling delivery of fresh foods and household essentials. So here's how you earn. Number one, get paid. Experienced shoppers make an average of, again, $22 an hour, and paychecks are delivered every week. Number two, in the middle here, the common appeal of the gig economy, be your own boss. Work part-time or full-time, anytime, and set your own hours with a completely flexible schedule. And number three, join the community, get tips from shoppers, attend launch parties, and get a free Shipped membership. Start earning cash in 3 ways. Number one, apply in interview. Yes, interview. There's an interview process to become a Shipped shopper, which really no one else is doing in this space. Very interesting. We're going to touch on that here in a second. So you apply an interview, get approved, assumingly, download the app, and you're off to the races, right? We have some testimonials here. So pretty interesting. And we mentioned you have to apply and get approved. And that is part of an application process. So let's go over that application process. If you're interested in becoming a Shipt shopper, you do have to apply. You do have to interview. So let's give you some more information about what to expect with that. So this is a screenshot of my complete interview once I finished the interview and application process here in San Diego, California. And we can see now I'm in review. Congratulations, you have completed all the necessary steps in becoming a Shipt shopper. A recruiter will review your submission, and if you are chosen, we will reach out with more information. This sounds like a job, right, guys? Not really something in the side hustle gig economy. So if you look to the left here, and leave a like on this video if you guys are appreciating this live stream so far, you can see, and it is a little smaller, number one, some general personal information, right? That's expected. Number two, written responses. Interesting. Number three, even more interesting, a video response. There is video questions that you need to answer. What do you think about that? Next, vehicle insurance. And then finally, you are in the review process. Well, hey guys, I'm sure your biggest questions are, well, what is this written response and video response? How hard is it? Okay, so let me give you some feedback. If you apply to be a Shipt shopper, and if you didn't see, we have the shirt on right now. Hence, I'm wearing the quite different shirt today. So the written responses and the video responses are very general interview questions. And my apologies for not screenshotting that, but from what I can remember, there are things like, tell us about your greatest accomplishment in life. Or situational based questions. This I can tell you from the interview, the written responses, they'll say, you're a Shipt shopper. You're shopping for Susan, a Shipt member. Susan is asking for 2 pounds of chicken breast. You cannot find the particular brand that she would like that is 2 pounds. You can find a similar brand, which is 3 pounds. What do you do? And there's choices. It says select the alternative, select the brand she wanted that was 2 pounds, text, I forget her name, Sharon, is that what we said? Text the customer asking what she would prefer, or mark the item as not found. All right, things like that, situational questions. And hearing those options, I think it should be pretty obvious what to do there, right? We want to text the customer and ask what they would like. We don't want to make a choice without the customer's approval. They are the customer. So that's one example of the question. Another example is, again, shopper-based situational questions. So it'll ask you, another question was, Sam is expecting his delivery to arrive by 8 p.m. Based on your estimated shop time and ETA to Sam's location, based on delays in traffic or shopping, you actually won't get there until 8:15 p.m. What do you do? And for that one, you'll just simply write a response. There's an open block for you to type in, and you'll type the response. So if we're going to get there 15 minutes late due to traffic, what have you, or the grocery store is busy, in that case, communication is always important. We'll type in, let's say, we will text or call, and from what I've seen in the Shipt app, you can really only text, at least to my initial understanding here. We will text Sam. We'll say, hey, there's a long line at the grocery store. I actually won't be there at your location until around 8:15 p.m. Just a heads up, Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions. Something like that, right? M. Silverhammer, do they comply with AB5 and require the uniforms for California employees? These shirts are not required as you are an independent contractor. To my understanding, let me know if anyone let me know if that's not the case there. Video responses. And again, guys, this is first impressions. I just did my first delivery on Shipt yesterday, so this is very new for me as well, but I appreciate the questions in the live chat or down below in the comments. I will certainly get to those, especially in the comments if you're watching in the live stream later on. So, video responses. I have never seen this in my almost 5 years experience in the gig economy. Shipt requires video responses, so get your camera face ready. You will need a computer with a webcam, and you will do exactly what you're thinking. This one was answering the questions about your greatest accomplishment. Or there may have been questions, if I can remember, about challenges in your career, let's say. Or times where you had to use communication to resolve a problem. And you will click record on the Shipt website on this application page. You're going to click record. It says 3, 2, 1, and then you're recording your response, which was very interesting. Tips for the video response. Number 1, make sure you have good lighting. If you can set up your computer in front of a window, I have a window in front of me, that's going to provide better lighting for your image. Even a lesser webcam will look a lot better with better lighting. So try to situate yourself in front of a window to provide good lighting. Number 2, make sure there's not a lot of clutter in the background. That's something that a lot of people may just overlook if they're doing, let's say, a webinar, right, or a Zoom call, conference call. Just make sure the background isn't too distracting. If you can, just tidy up, make sure you don't have a lot of clutter back there. So number 3, when you're answering your question, speak with certainty. You want to speak with certainty. You want to look at the webcam, of course. You don't have to stare at it. You can look off a little bit, but look at the camera and pretend the camera is your best friend. Just talk to the camera. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not or say something you think they want to hear. Just be yourself, okay? And simply answer the question. You don't have to go on, and Shipt actually gives you a time limit to answer that question. I think it's 90 seconds. So you don't have to go on and on to simply answer the question, provide some concrete scenarios, tell the story in a very succinct, clear way, and that's it. And then you click stop record on the screen. And don't worry if you don't like the recording, you can re-watch it and redo it if you don't like it. And then once you have a video response that you like, you can click submit. And I believe there was maybe 3 video responses, 3 questions there. M. Silverhammer says, sounds like a lot of tests and hoops to jump through. That typically means low rates and micromanagement. Well, that's a good question on rates. M. Silverhammer, we're going to see rates a little bit later in the live stream. So let's talk about onboarding. So once you are approved as a Shipt shopper, how does the onboarding process work? What should you expect? Let's go over that. You get a onboarding welcome pack. Materials to help you as a Shipt shopper. They give you this little welcome to the family card with some instructions to download the Shipt shopper app, number 1. And like DoorDash and Postmates, they give you a prepaid card. If you guys are new to grocery or food delivery, you need a way to pay for the order. Never pay with your own funds, cash, card. You're never going to have to pay with your own funds. these companies give you a prepaid card. We can see it here. Simply bring this card with you when you're doing your shop, run it as credits, and those funds are automatically approved when you accept the order. So that card is already loaded with the amount for your order. And I would imagine probably a little bit more to be safe. So we can see here is my Shipt shopper card. Very simple. If you've driven for Postmates or DoorDash, you will get a card from those companies as well. But that's not all. As you saw, I was sporting the stylish Shipt shirt. This is what they call a Shipt 5.0 shirt. You get this for free. And this is recommended to be worn while you're completing your shop. And again, this is new to me. We will comb through the terms of service and clarify if this is actually mandatory or optional. I will comb through that TOS again. Again, this is very new to me as we just completed this yesterday. But you do get one of these Shipt shirts for free, as well as your Shipt card. Now, interestingly, they do not give you a insulated hot and cold bag. I would have liked to have seen that. DoorDash does that. Postmates typically would do that. I didn't get one, but I believe Postmates does that. Grubhub does that. Uber Eats does not, to my understanding. And I would have liked to have seen Shipt do the same, especially as they're putting you through, a more rigorous onboarding process with written and video interviews that are going to be actually reviewed by a recruiter. I would have liked to have seen not only, the shirt is great, but a Shipt hot and cold bag, and they don't give you one here, unfortunately. Now, they do give you a bag in what's called a graduation pack. Congratulations, you have completed 30 shops. And once you complete 30 shops, you will receive at no cost a graduation pack where you'll get 2 additional shirts, and now you'll get your cooler bag. And I like this. Okay, if we have to wait for 30 shops, I think that's very doable. I mean, you will certainly get 30 shops at a decent amount of time if this is something that you're going to commit to. And now you'll have 3 Shipt shirts. You'll have your Shipt hot and cold bag. And I will say, guys, these shirts are very comfortable. I like it. Very comfy, super soft. You get the one for free. You get another 2 for free, as well as a Shipt hot and cold bag. If you've driven on any other platforms like Postmates or Grubhub or DoorDash, you probably have a hot or cold bag anyway. And actually what we'll do, guys, is there's a great larger delivery bag, really a catering bag that's fantastic for carrying up to 4 bags of groceries in one larger delivery bag. I'll post that down below. I'll link that down below in the description. That's what I use in addition to my standard DoorDash bag. It's a great bag, especially if you're going to be doing these larger orders. So now let's take a look at the Shipt app. So we've been approved, we went through the onboarding process, we got the Shipt shirt, the card, we're on our way to the graduation pack. Let's take a look at the actual app and give you an idea of what to expect before you actually start applying and going through the whole process. So here is the Shipt app. This is what it looks like when you first start, as well as once you start receiving orders. Based on where you registered, what marketplace, it'll say where do you want to shop. That's already auto-populated San Diego, California. Fantastic. After that, you get to choose default zones. Okay, where in San Diego do you want to receive orders from? And you can see all of the areas that I selected there. So that's great. DoorDash does the same thing. it's going to make sure that you're not going to receive orders from areas in your marketplace that are 45 minutes away, right? Gives you more options. And if you're doing that, I would suggest casting a little bit wider of a net, because if you're out and about, let's say, and then you have some time, you do want to do an order. Now you have a wider range of orders coming in instead of just your immediate area by your house or apartment. That's in the middle screenshot. Hey, how are you guys liking Shipt so far? What do you think of the app? What do you think of the onboarding process? What do you think of the Shipt swag? Let me know in the live chat or down below in the comments. And hey, if you're appreciating this live stream about Shipt, and we're going to go into my first delivery, can you consider leaving a like on this live stream? It shows me that you get value in this live stream, and the content here on the channel gets more people in here, more people on the Driver Mike team. And of course, since we're here on YouTube, it boosts us in YouTube's almighty algorithm. It really helps a lot. If you can consider leaving a like, it takes a second, give me one of those. Appreciate it, guys. Going back into the app. Third screenshot on the right. This is what your app's going to look like once you start receiving orders. Target. Our order was at Smart and Final grocery store. I'm trying to think of some other ones. There's some other big names, right? Some other big names here that partner with Shipt. So we can see there in the third screenshot, that one prepaid. Target paid $12 to $17. It gives a time range, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Zone, La Mesa, California. Everything from the store. It was Target, gave us the address, it gave us the product number. It's a little small there in the middle of that screenshot. 14 is the product number. You're going to be shopping for 14 products in 9 categories. So you can see there 14/9. That's 14 products, 9 categories. Estimated shop time, 45 minutes, or the entire estimated time. In the app, it did say estimated shop time. Okay. So now let's give you some insight into the menu screen. This is the menu screen, the main screen showing your profile. You can see available orders based on all of the segments that you've highlighted where you would like to receive orders. You can see my orders, the orders that you've accepted. Schedule. You can go into this and select by the hour when you'd like to receive orders. Say, okay, I'm free from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I want to take a lunch there in between 10 to 11. I'm free again from 11 to 12 and so on. And you can completely change that by day, and by time you can always go in there and change. So if you get busy and you need to deselect a time, you can do that very easily. So now the moment you've all been waiting for, let's go into my first shipped delivery. This was yesterday, and show you exactly what I saw and how this all works. So our first grocery delivery as a Shipt shopper, let's show you the order breakdown. Once you accept one of those orders, and let me just make sure I didn't ship a screen, skip something, and I believe I did, guys. One second. Before I show you that, I want to show you this. There we go. The left-hand screenshot is, you can see all of the available orders. We clicked on claim. The middle offer there, it's in the background, it's a little grayed out. We clicked on claim. And we have the pop-up here, get ready to shop. You've successfully claimed this order. Would you like to review your order details? And we can click review if we'd like. the order on the right side. So now here's the order details. Like I mentioned, this is from a grocery store called Smart and Final. You have the address there. Order number, we're going straight down the top here, guys. I know it's pretty small. And that next screenshot that you saw, we're going to do more of a breakdown here. Order number, claimed, shipped card funded. It says true, right? True or false, so yes, it's been funded. Customer, Iris. Estimated shop start. Today it's 6:19 p.m. It was currently almost 6 p.m. at the time. Estimated shop time, 46 minutes. Estimated delivery time to Iris, 9 minutes. Substitution preference. What does Iris want us to do if a product's not available? It says, contact me. Okay, contact Iris if a product's not available. Shopped order. Again, you'll see this in the request screen. You'll know exactly how many items you are shopping for before you accept. 16. Done shopping this order. Once you're done, you click on that process order. Order notes, there's none, and then at the bottom, the customer's phone number is listed. So now let's show you this screen, breaking down the order details. Starting from the very top left. Delivery time, you can see today, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. This confused me when I first looked at this screen, I should say, because I thought that meant start your order. Get to the grocery store between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. No, that's not the case. I put 2 and 2 together, we found out, but it's actually the delivery time. So the customer expects this to be delivered between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. So there's some planning on your end that you need to do to make sure you can shop and then drive to the customer to meet that window. Continuing down on the left, estimated shop start. Today at 6:19 p.m. Again, it was currently 6 p.m. I was not really in the area though. Now this is an estimated shop start. To my understanding, you can start that shop whenever you want, as long as you are smart about it to make sure you hit that delivery window. That's just an estimate. Product count, like we told you. And then the customer's phone number listed at the bottom. That's helpful if you have problems during the order. On the right side, estimated shop time. So let's go into the shopping. And guys, if you're just joining right now, we're going over a new app that I've tried called Shipt. This is a on-demand grocery app, and you make money as a grocery shopper, like Instacart is a direct competitor. You're going to go to these grocery stores, you're going to use the app to see what the customer wants, you're going to shop for the groceries, and then deliver them to the customer. I appreciate you guys being here. If you're just joining, let me know in the live chat what you're thinking of the live stream and Shipt so far. So here is the grocery screenshots while you're shopping. You can see the cart here. It sorts by category. Produce, 1 item. Pantry, 2 items. Beverage, 1 item, and so on. So I navigated to produce first and made my way around the store. You simply click on the drop down. It'll show you the item they need. You'll match either the UPC on produce, that product number, right? Or if it's a regular item with a barcode, you'll see like that gallon of milk. We match the brand name, the type of the product. I think that milk was Farmer's First or First Choice, 2% gallon. Great, that matches. You grab the item and then you'll scan it. That middle screenshot is basically a barcode reader. That's what it's simulating. And you scan the barcode and then the app says, yes, that's the correct product. If it's not, if you've grabbed skim milk by chance, it'll say, nope, that's not a match. Now, if it's items that require weight, you can see that screenshot on the right. Simply value, boneless, skinless chicken breast. Requested 2.5 pounds. Now, with items that are weighted like that, chances are you're not going to find the exact weight. If you're getting, ground beef from the butcher counter, or if you're getting the packaged chicken breast like this, chances are you're not going to find 2.5 pounds. So here's where the phone number came into play for Iris. We could not find a 2.5 pound pack of chicken. We found 3.23, and we texted the customer within the app. That was pretty seamless. I did like that. And we said, hey, is 3.23 pounds okay? And the brand was Value Time. It wasn't Simply Value. I didn't see anything that said Simply Value. I said, hey, I have this pack from Value Time. It's 3.23. Is that okay? And then you'll scan that package and you'll manually enter the package weight, right? Like you can see there on the right side. So after you're done shopping for the entire cart, you check out, you use that prepaid card like we mentioned. Now let's talk about payment. Now, on the back end, it is pretty simple. On the back end, you load the groceries into your car. You're going to take a picture of the receipt, much like you do on Postmates, and you simply drive to the customer's destination and you deliver those groceries. That part's pretty straightforward. We didn't really mention it here in the live stream. That is pretty straightforward though. Load the car, take a picture of the receipt like Postmates, deliver the groceries. And that is where a larger catering bag can help. It definitely helped me. I could put 4 grocery bags in that one large catering bag and then carry that, which is much easier than stringing them all on your arm. And Shipt also sells some carrying accessories, right, just to make it a little bit easier. I know you guys want to see how much I got paid. Let's go into results. How much do you think it pays you to do a grocery delivery? Now, if you were paying attention, you probably saw the quote earlier in the live stream. So before we get into the pay, the next screenshot is pay. So you're going to want to pay attention to this. I will say that the quoted shop time was more than the actual shop time. Shop time. we're adding a T to everything because of shipped, right? But the quoted shop time, if you remember, was 45 minutes. It did not take me anywhere near 45 minutes to complete this delivery. I will say, first impressions, the app was very easy to use. Finding the products was very easy. The app showed you what aisle the product was in. If it was, a traditional product, not produce, it'll show you the aisle that it's in. It'll show you the side of the aisle. Is it on the left-hand side? Is it on the right-hand side of the aisle? And is it on the top or bottom? I couldn't find a product. It was mac and cheese, right? I couldn't find it. And then I noticed it said, hey, shopper, it's aisle 3. It's on the right-hand side. It's on the bottom. And there it was. So that was fantastic. I kind of felt like Supermarket Sweep, if you guys remember that game show. I forget, what it was, but Supermarket Sweep back in the day, I felt like, okay, I'm going to have to run around this store and find products as fast as possible to make sure I don't take too much time. Well, it was actually easier than that. I didn't realize until later, it tells you exactly where that product is. Very convenient. The app was pretty seamless. I was pretty impressed with the app. Scanning the products, all of that. Okay, guys, we'll get into it. Let's show you how much I made. This is on a single delivery, $14.50 for one delivery. Well, how much time did it take? It actually took about 29 minutes to do that shopping. And this is while I was taking pictures to document. This is while I wasn't exactly familiar with the app and telling me exactly where the products were. I probably could have cut that down to, let's say, 25 minutes or so. It took me 29 minutes to do the shop. It took me, again, the quoted 9 minutes to the customer, to Iris. It took about 38 minutes for this entire shop. Well, what about miles driven? Now, this Smart and Final is literally right down the road from my house. So it only took zero point 0.5 miles to get to the location. Okay. Now, I mentioned before I wasn't in the area, but I was going to come back to the house anyway. Right, that's aside the point here. From my house to the location, 0.5 miles, and then it took 2.1 miles to get to Iris. So in total, 2.6 miles. $14.50. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments or in the live chat. What do you think? Would this be worth it for you? Now, guys, this is preliminary. This is first impressions. This is my only shipped delivery. I'm going to give you my feedback here, however, in a second. First impressions. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. $14.50. In total, everything took 38 minutes. Shopping to our customer, Iris. Miles, just a half a mile, again, down the road. 2.1 miles to Iris, our customer. 2.6 miles driven in total. $14.50. Melissa says, supermarket sweep is how I feel when I do Instacart, LOL. Yeah, guys, it was funny. I'm thinking, okay, I want to maximize my time, so I want to spend as little time as possible in this grocery store. It made it really easy. Again, Shipt told me exactly what aisle and location the product was in. So I'm excited to do another delivery to really streamline that. That was pretty neat. Thanks for being here, Melissa. I appreciate it. So here's my thoughts on this, guys. $14.50 for 38 minutes, 2.6 miles. If you're familiar with margins in the gig economy, that's good. That's a good payout. And to be honest, it was quite pleasant shopping. I had headphones in, I was listening to my music. It wasn't crowded. The app was really easy. You know, if the app wasn't working, if the barcode wasn't working, if I couldn't find products, it was very seamless. I had a good time doing it. $14.50. Now, look at the breakdown on the left-hand side. We didn't get any tips from that. You can get tips as well. That's pretty cool. So imagine we got a tip on top of that. That would have been fantastic. Now, I'm not familiar if they can tip later on, maybe they have, 24, 48 hours to leave a tip. That I don't know. I can let you guys know. But for the time invested, for the miles driven, this is good for the gig economy. Now, yes, I understand, if you're not in the area and you have to drive further to the store, or let's say it's a larger order, pay attention to this. When you're getting those offers for the order, from what I've seen, the price, the payout can vary quite widely. I saw an order that was paying $36 for the shopping, for your shop. I've had others that paid 7 to 12, 18. It was all over. And some of them were quite attractive. Again, you're talking like $38 order. Now, don't immediately jump on that because I didn't. I had to pay attention to a few things. Number one, where is it at in the marketplace? That order was in El Cajon. That's even more east than where I'm at right now. And remember, I wasn't even in my home area to start. I was coming back home. But so keep that in mind. Okay, I have to drive, 15, 20 minutes to that area? Yes, I included it in my filter. If I was maybe in the area or if I wanted to maybe drive a little bit further, but from where I was at, I didn't want to drive all the way to El Cajon later. But hey, for $38, it may make sense if you can make sense of that. So keep in mind where the offer is from. Okay. Keep in mind the product count. There was an order yesterday that had a, I think, 64 item order. I ordered 16 items on this order. I collected 16 items. Imagine doing 64 items. So that quoted shop time, I think it was an hour and a half for the quoted shop time to find all of those items. And that could be the case, right? If you're searching for 64 items. So keep that in mind as well. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. If you're good at following the app, if you generally know the layout of that grocery store, or you feel comfortable, right, doing that shop, then those larger orders may make sense to you. And again, this was just my first order. I wanted to give it, I didn't want to do anything crazy. 16 items. It was right down the road from my house, which made me feel comfortable. I didn't have to drive super far. I knew where the place was located. And the app gives you a lot of information about where you'll be going, the addresses, all of that. What do you guys think? Based on this first delivery, would this be worth it for you? Are you just the idea of signing up for Shipt or Instacart, again, a direct competitor? What do you think about this grocery delivery thing? Does this sound like something that could work for you? And hey guys, if you haven't done so already, consider sharing this stream. This is the first stream we've done on Shipt. More to come, more videos to come on this. Consider sharing this stream with someone who's interested in signing up for Shipt. And hey guys, if you're interested, if you can do me a favor right now, if you're interested in having your groceries delivered to your home, to your apartment, maybe you have a family, you got kids, maybe you got a lot of projects going on at work, it's a busy time, consider signing up for Shipt as well. Or if you have a loved one that has mobility issues. Our customer yesterday had some mobility issues, and she loved that there was a platform out there that could help her get her groceries. So what I want you to do is not only share the stream with someone interested in delivering for Shipt, but also share the link down below in the description to someone, for someone that is interested in having their groceries delivered as a Shipt member. There's a link down below. You can get $10 off your first order of groceries, $10 in free groceries, by signing up with my affiliate link down below in the description to become a Shipt member. Have that convenience, have groceries delivered to your door. And keep this in mind as well, guys. The more people that sign up as a Shipt member, those are more orders in the marketplace for you as a shopper. So the more people that sign up using that link down below, and again, that is my affiliate link, the more orders there'll be in the marketplace. That's pretty neat. But also share this with someone who's interested in possibly becoming a Shipt shopper. It was pretty cool, guys. You know, it was a nice mix-up from the standard rideshare delivery, even back in the day, scooter charging, okay, to shop in a just nice grocery store, listen to my own music, have a app that was working pretty seamless, at least on my first delivery here, and a pretty good payout. Well, it's $15 for about 38 minutes. I'm excited to see where this goes. Again, this is preliminary. This is first impressions, but I give it a thumbs up on the first experience here. Let's go to you guys. What questions do you have? $14 is a good payout. Instacart average payout is roughly $7 to $10. Melissa, I appreciate you adding that. And there's a lot to consider, guys. Again, if you're doing Instacart and you want to look at Shipt, and right now I don't have excuse me, an affiliate link to sign up for a Shipt shopper. I don't know if they even have that. So if you are interested in becoming a Shipt shopper, just go to shipt.com, and on the top of the screen it says get paid to shop, I believe, and you can click on that. But yes, like Melissa says, if you're right now on Instacart, compare how long that shop is taking, how many miles you're driving to the store and the customer, and what the payouts are. Because like I mentioned, I've seen payouts on Shipt that were pretty good, $30+. Now, again, this is first impression. I don't know if there's first shopper incentives or anything like that. I didn't see any bonuses, just so you know. I didn't see any bonuses or surge zones necessarily. Now the schedule, when you schedule, it did show busier times, but make sure to follow the channel closely here across socials. Guys, if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel here and consider following across socials. Everything's at your driver Mike. And if you're not following, especially on Instagram, Instagram learned about this first. So make sure to follow, especially on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course here on YouTube. Everything's at your driver Mike. So guys, I appreciate you watching this live stream. Shipt was pretty neat. And before you go, if you can do one thing for me, if you can consider leaving a like on this video. It shows me that you get value in this live stream. And the content here on the channel gets more people in here, more people on the Driver Mike team. And of course, since we're here on YouTube, it boosts us in YouTube's almighty algorithm. If you haven't done so already, consider leaving one of these. Appreciate you watching, guys. And hey, I will see you in the next one.